By default, a Webflow anchor scroll, for example, in this website, ecohealth.ai, if we head over to this one-page landing page and we click into the navbar items such as features, you'll notice it has this very smooth scroll effect. It takes about, let's say, 1 second. If we jump over to About, for example, it scrolls down the entire website very, very slowly. But if we want this to be instant, and let's go ahead and take a look at an example of why we want it to be instant. This example website right here, hbspca.com/unleashlove, which I actually made a case study on my actual YouTube channel. But this specific one-page landing page is extremely long in scroll, like extremely long. You notice, for example, in this section, it has a horizontal scroll, and I'm literally scrolling my mouse for a whole eternity as a metaphor. So you'll notice if I hit these specific items, it automatically instant jumps me to the scroll, and I don't have to wait 2 seconds, for example. So how do we do this in Webflow? Well, it's actually super easy, barely an inconvenience. Let's jump into Webflow. So now that we're in Webflow, in order to make these specific links scroll down to the specific page, all we need to do is just add an ID. So for example, in this specific section right here, go ahead and select the container or the section, whatever div block, head over to settings on the right-hand side and just give it a unique ID. This unique ID will also appear after the URL as a hashtag and then the ID. So it does make sense to label it correctly. For this case, I might just call it testimonial and hit enter. If I scroll all the way down, let's just say to this section here, opportunities, I might give this an ID of opportunities, right? And let's just say at the very bottom, I have a CTA section right here. I can go ahead and give this an ID of, let's say, CTA. Now at the very top in the nav bar, I have a link block, but it can be any link. And on the right-hand side in settings, we can actually go into the third setting right here, page section, and this allows us to link whatever ID. Alternatively, we can also hit this URL right here, and in the URL, we can actually just type in hashtag whatever we want. So I believe I had a testimonial section, and then the next link right here, I believe I had an about section, so I can go ahead and put the URL about, and then the third apply now, that was the CTA. So again, I can put hashtag CTA, or I can go ahead and hit page section, and then scroll down to CTA right here. So if I preview the site now, you will notice if I hit the buttons, it has that smooth scroll effect. That's how we get it. And if we want to sack it, right, and I'm trying to stall the video because it's really a very easy solution, all we need to do is just head over to our layer panel, head over to body right here, and on the right-hand side in settings, we just need to add a custom attribute, believe it or not. What we need to add is a plus, and in the name, we'll just add data scroll time, and then where it says the value, if we want it to be instant, we just put a 0. And obviously you can play around with the number. So once we do that, we can go ahead and republish our site, and then it works in the live site. We cannot test it in the preview mode unless we turn on custom code. Okay, now that I loaded my site, you'll notice if I hit the links, it instant scrolls. If I hit apply now, I'm there. I teleported, guys. So that's how you do an instant scroll effect. Check out more of my tutorials on scroll effects right here. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. And definitely, please also like this video and leave a comment. It really helps me out. I'd also appreciate if you found this video helpful to give it a like. And please feel free to comment on what tutorials you want me to make next. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one.